Breaking this afternoon, a conclusion to the brutal sexual assault and murder of a 9-year-old girl nearly 3 decades ago. I'm Samantha Jones in for Claire Kellett. A plea hearing happening less than a half hour ago for Earl Cox, who admitted to the crime of Angie Housman in November of 1993. Right now, a press conference is happening. Let's listen in.
Never was off anyone's consciousness, was never off the radar. We had some false starts. We had some hopes. Some hopes dashed with leads over the years, but it was the hard work of some of the gentlemen behind me that persisted doggedly for nearly 27 years that got us to the point we are today. It was the memory of Angie and her family and those close to her that kept these guys going all through the years. And so as sad as it is to just consider what happened, what transpired, and how we got here, at the same time, it does give us some sense of satisfaction that we've got the right guy, and to the extent that we were able, we delivered justice to the family and to the community.
Do you not think that Earl Cox acted alone? Because earlier, when he was first arrested, you said there could be an accomplice.
I was just going to say I'll entertain questions, so thanks for kicking us off, Kevin. I do believe Earl Cox acted alone. I don't have any evidence to believe otherwise. A lot of speculation over the years with something as high profile as this. A lot of people have opinions. I've seen the evidence. I've seen every bit of evidence in this case. I've talked to the guys who've been involved from day one. We don't have any reason to believe that there's anyone else involved. Excuse me.
What do you do with, it was said last June when the DNA evidence was first discussed that there was somebody else's DNA at the crime scene. What do you do with that DNA if Earl Cox acted alone?
Well, there was DNA of the victim. There was other DNA as well. We know who that DNA belongs to, but we also have a good idea how that DNA got to the crime scene, and we do not believe that any criminal activity resulted in that DNA being deposited at the crime scene. That's about all I can say.
Tim, there was an Angie courtroom today did ask the judge for the death penalty. How was the decision made to take the death penalty off the table in this case?
Very good question. When you listen to the stipulation of facts that was read in court, I don't think you could walk away from that and not believe that he doesn't deserve the death penalty. He does deserve the death penalty. He deserves a worse fate than what he gave Angie. Having said that, there are several, in my mind, important reasons why we did not pursue the death penalty. First of all, we have the option to ask the jury to consider the death penalty after a trial. The jury would then have the option to recommend the death penalty to the judge, and the judge ultimately would impose that death penalty. The problem with doing that is we force a trial. And if we force a trial, there's the uncertainty, of course, that comes with the trial. There's the uncertainty of what the sentence may be. But more importantly, in my mind and in our team's mind, the community deserved a right to know what happened from the mouth of the man who did it. And that's the only way we're going to do that, is if we accepted his plea and recommended life in prison without parole.
Are you satisfied with the answers that Earl Cox gave today, or do you still have more questions for him in this case?
I'm not satisfied. I think there's more information out there that he has. Now he's got some cognitive limitations due to some health issues he's undergone over the last couple decades. Will we ever know exactly what happened? Will we ever know every shred of truth? No, I don't think we will, unless he wants to tell us more.
What more information would you like to find out?
I want to find out details about the length of time that he kept Angie confined. I want to find out more about the extent to which he tortured her, whether anybody else knew about this over the years. He gave us the very basics. He gave us enough to meet the elements of the charges that we've alleged. But there are more details that I wish we knew about. Anything else?
That is St. Charles County Prosecutor Tim Lomar giving details as well as taking questions in the guilty plea for the suspect involved in the nearly 3 decades old sexual assault and murder of 9-year-old Angie Housman. We, of course, will continue to follow this. Our Chris Nagus there, as you hear, asking questions as well. We'll have a full update from him coming up for you on News 4 at 5 o'clock this afternoon.